Story right now this afternoon, former Democratic gubernatorial candidate Andrew Gillum just pled not guilty to wire fraud charges after he was indicted today. A U.S. attorney alleges Gillum and a political ally diverted money they received from 2016 to 2018 to a company owned by Gillum's co-defendant and then funneled to Gillum for personal use.
The Broward County Supervisor of Elections, Brenda Snipes, illegally destroyed ballots. A judge just ruled recently for the 2016 election, and she's still there, miraculously finding Democrat votes. Oh, who would have known? The person who rigged the last election, no, we didn't rig this one, just the last one by mistake.
Sean, they've found 78,000 new votes since Election Day 2 days ago in Broward County and 15,000 more votes in Palm Beach. We don't know how many more votes they're going to come up with, but it sure appears they're going to keep finding as many votes as it takes to try to win this election.
Right.
So I've asked the Florida Department of Law Enforcement to immediately do an investigation. We filed lawsuits. We're going to fight this, and we're going to win.
I think like 280 just walked up there with the provisional ballots, walking back into the precinct, and a bag of, like, you know, the paper ballots. And I said to them, I go, what, you just can carry those around? And they said, no, the truck left them. But the truck's right here, so I'm not real sure what the hell's going on here. I don't think it's right. This guy has a BSO uniform. You can't see him, but I don't see a BSO car. I don't know if you can see it because it's dark. But the ballots are right there, like right in the middle screen, and blue bags on the ground. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, do they seriously put this stuff in people's car and then let them bring it to the truck? Like, really? Look, this lady is bringing ballots out of her car. Like, bringing ballots out of her car.
The law in Florida requires the Supervisor of Elections to report how many ballots have been cast, what voters voted at precincts or early voting, and then also to ensure that we have reconciliation as to how many ballots were returned voted and how many ballots were returned blank. Even though that's the law, it has been totally ignored by Brenda Snipes in Broward County. And so I am calling on the Florida Secretary of State, the Chief Elections Officer, to place Broward County in a state of receivership, to come in, take over, and find out what the hell is going on in Broward County, where tens of thousands of ballots are mysteriously appearing.
problem is this is focused on 2 counties and in particular 1 county. So let me use an example. Bay County, Florida, where Panama City is, was hit by a Category 4 hurricane about 4 weeks to the day of this election. They were without power. You guys covered all this. They did all their ballots at a 52% return rate, 52% turnout despite the hurricane. They did all their ballots, submitted them on time. They were done basically on election night early the following morning, very early. Broward County, 48 hours later, is still counting. And they didn't have a Category 4 hurricane, and it's not the first time that they do this. Problem number 1. Problem number 2 is we don't know how many votes they have, and neither do they. Either they don't know or they won't tell anybody how many ballots are left to count. And so forth. And so it's concerning when you go to sleep at 3 a.m. on Wednesday morning after the election, and, for example, Rick Scott is up by 60,000 votes, 54,000 votes, whatever it was. Today is at 17,000. And the only counties that are still reporting are Palm Beach and Broward,
right?
Who have a history, by the way, on these things.
Let me see. Fine. Well, so these are the ballots?
What? No, we're talking about this guy in the vest. Okay, got it. Okay.
So this means that these boxes were tampered.
No, you don't understand. This is most likely, forget now, this has been here since quite a while, but it's out here. You know, they're not. This is still supposed to be inside the building. They have.
This was on the back of the budget.
Sure, but this one could be run over simply. But this is a registered ballot for this election. It has to be accounted for. This number must be inside that building.
Oh, I know.
So let's find out and say, okay, how can you people account for this out in the park?